Their true feelings for you were revealed last night. Don't scroll, listen to this, because the moment these words reached your screen your heart leaned in before your mind could catch up, and that's not an accident. This message is for you and your heart needs this right now. Listen to this, because something shifted while the world slept, something quiet but undeniable, and if you woke up with a heaviness you couldn't explain or a warmth that surprised you, that was the echo of truth moving through the unseen. Don't scroll, because last night wasn't ordinary, it was a window, and during that window the defenses fell, the noise quieted, and what they've been holding inside finally surfaced. Listen to this. Because when the mind rests the soul speaks, and their soul spoke loud last night, calling your name in ways words couldn't. This message is for you because you felt it, that sudden pull, that flicker of memory, that calm mixed with longing, and your heart needs this right now because you've been wondering if you imagined the connection or if it was ever as deep as you felt. Don't scroll, because the universe doesn't stir hearts for no reason, and last night the universe leaned in close, whispering what's been hidden beneath hesitation and fear. Listen to this, because their true feelings weren't revealed through a text or a call, they were revealed through restlessness, through dreams that felt too real, through waking up thinking of you without knowing why. And this message is for you because emotional truth travels through energy before it ever travels through language. Your heart needs this right now because you've been patient, you've been quiet, you've been strong in ways no one applauded, and last night that strength met recognition in the unseen. Don't scroll, because when souls are connected, honesty doesn't wait for perfect timing. It finds cracks in silence, and last night's silence cracked. Listen to this, because while you were sleeping or trying to, they were confronting emotions they couldn't push away anymore, emotions that rose when the world went quiet, emotions that asked questions they weren't ready to answer out loud. And this message is for you because those questions circled back to you, again and again, like a compass needle refusing to point anywhere else. Your heart needs this right now because you've been sensing angel numbers lately. 111 when you think of new beginnings, 222 when your heart searches for balance, 333 when reassurance shows up just in time, 444 when protection surrounds you even in uncertainty, and 777 when your intuition hums with truth. And don't scroll, because those numbers are not random, they're confirmations that last night mattered. Listen to this, because spiritual awakenings don't always arrive with fireworks, sometimes they arrive with a quiet ache, a soft clarity, a realization that settles into the chest and refuses to leave, and this message is for you because they felt that realization about you, your presence, your impact, your absence, your energy. Don't scroll, because absence teaches what presence could not, and last night absence spoke. Listen to this, because they replayed moments they once brushed aside, your laugh, your patience, the way you understood without demanding, the way you showed up without forcing, and your heart needs this right now because you deserve to know that what you gave mattered more than you were ever told. This message is for you because soulmate connections don't fade quietly. They wait, they pause, they evolve, and last night that evolution reached a threshold. Don't scroll, because thresholds are sacred. Listen to this, because they realized something important in the stillness. That running from feelings didn't erase them, it only delayed the reckoning. And this message is for you because that reckoning didn't feel like panic, it felt like truth, and truth has weight. Your heart needs this right now because truth explains why you've been feeling waves of emotion that didn't belong to your day, why you've thought of them out of nowhere, why your dreams have been vivid and symbolic. Don't scroll, because dreams are the language of the soul when the ego sleeps. listen to this, because their dreams carried you last night, not as a fantasy, but as a question their spirit couldn't ignore. What if I lost them because I was afraid? And this message is for you because fear is loud until love becomes louder. Your heart needs this right now because love did become louder last night, louder than pride, louder than excuses, louder than distance. Don't scroll, because distance doesn't dissolve soul ties, it tests them. Listen to this, because the universe allowed this revelation to happen now, not earlier, because you're ready to receive it without breaking, without shrinking, without chasing. And this message is for you because readiness changes how truth lands. Your heart needs this right now because you're not the same person you were when this connection began. You've healed, you've grown, you've learned to sit with uncertainty without losing yourself. Don't scroll, because growth creates space for clarity. Listen to this, because clarity is approaching, not as chaos, but as understanding. And last night was the first ripple, the first honest admission whispered into the dark. This message is for you because the universe often reveals feelings in layers, first internally, then energetically, then physically, and you're between layers right now. Your heart needs this right now because the anticipation you feel isn't anxiety, it's alignment. Don't scroll, because alignment feels like calm with a pulse. Listen to this, because Archangel Michael's protection has been present, guarding your heart while this truth unfolded so it wouldn't harm you, only inform you. And this message is for you because protection doesn't always block, sometimes it prepares. Your heart needs this right now because preparation means something meaningful is forming, not forced, not rushed, but guided. Don't scroll, because guided paths don't require you to chase signs, they reveal themselves when you're still. Listen to this, because stillness last night opened a door, and through that door stepped honesty, vulnerability, and the realization that what they feel for you is deeper than convenience, stronger than habit, and more real than fear. This message is for you because you were meant to feel this before you see it. Your heart needs this right now because intuition always gets the message first. Don't scroll, because intuition is your soul's voice. Listen to this, because the story isn't finished, it's turning, and last night was the pivot, the moment where truth chose to surface, quietly, gently, but unmistakably. And if you're feeling a calm expectation now, a sense that something is aligning, that's because it is, and your heart already knows. Don't scroll, listen to this, because what unfolded after that quiet revelation didn't end with the night, it carried forward into the morning light, into the space between breaths, into the moments where your mind drifted and your heart stayed alert. And your heart needs this right now because when truth rises in the unseen it doesn't retreat, it rearranges. This message is for you because you are standing in the aftermath of an emotional awakening that didn't ask permission to begin. And don't scroll because awakenings don't always feel loud, they feel clear. Listen to this, because since that moment something subtle has been different, your energy steadier, your thoughts less scattered, your intuition sharper, and your heart needs this right now because steadiness is not emptiness, it's alignment. This message is for you because while you've been trying to stay grounded, they've been processing what surfaced, replaying emotions with a seriousness they didn't allow themselves before. And don't scroll because seriousness signals readiness. Listen to this, because the universe doesn't reveal feelings to stir chaos, it reveals them to restore truth, and your heart needs this right now because confusion has lingered long enough. This message is for you because their silence now is not avoidance, it's integration. And don't scroll because integration takes time. Listen to this, because when someone realizes what they feel, the first response isn't always action, it's reflection, recalibration, and an internal reckoning that reshapes priorities, and your heart needs this right now because patience protects alignment. This message is for you because you may have noticed signs continuing to appear since then, not louder but steadier. 111 When you feel calm about the future. 222 When emotional balance returns quicker than expected. 333 When guidance seems to come from within rather than outside. 444 When protection feels constant even without reassurance. And 777 When trust replaces doubt. And don't scroll because these numbers are confirmations that the process is unfolding correctly. Listen to this, because the connection between you operates beyond surface interaction, it responds to inner shifts, and your heart needs this right now because inner shifts last longer than words. This message is for you because you're no longer meant to chase clarity through overthinking or waiting for external validation. Clarity is arriving through inner knowing, and don't scroll because inner knowing is reliable. Listen to this, because you've reached a stage where your emotional body recognizes safety faster, where you don't spiral the way you once did, and your heart needs this right now because safety allows truth to settle. This message is for you because Archangel Michael's protection has shifted from guarding you against harm to anchoring you in confidence, and don't scroll because confidence changes outcomes. Listen to this, because the confidence you're building now is quiet, grounded, and self-trusting, not reactive or defensive, and your heart needs this right now because grounded confidence attracts honesty. This message is for you because the person connected to your heart is sensing this change, feeling the difference in how your energy meets theirs, and don't scroll because energy responds to growth. Listen to this, because they are now navigating emotions without the old distractions that once kept them numb, and your heart needs this right now because awareness invites accountability. This message is for you because accountability begins internally before it ever shows up externally, and don't scroll because internal accountability reshapes behavior. Listen to this, because you may feel a calm anticipation building, not excitement, not anxiety, but a sense that something meaningful is aligning without force, and your heart needs this right now because alignment doesn't rush. This message is for you because the universe often slows the pace after revelation so integration can happen without pressure, and don't scroll because pressure disrupts clarity. Listen to this, because the soulmate connection tied to your destiny isn't meant to pull you into emotional turbulence. It's meant to meet you where you are now, steadier, clearer, more self-respecting, and your heart needs this right now because respect sustains connection. This message is for you because you've learned to sit with uncertainty without abandoning yourself, and don't scroll because that skill protects your future. Listen to this, because what's unfolding isn't a test of your worth, it's a reflection of your growth. And your heart needs this right now because growth deserves recognition. This message is for you because the universe doesn't reveal feelings to reopen wounds, it reveals them to close loops, and don't scroll because closure restores energy. Listen to this, because you're noticing that your energy feels less drained lately, more reserved, more intentional, and your heart needs this right now because conservation strengthens momentum. This message is for you because the next steps on this path will not require you to abandon your peace, and don't scroll because peace is now a requirement. Listen to this, because you're entering a phase where communication, when it comes, will feel measured and sincere rather than impulsive or confusing, and your heart needs this right now because sincerity heals old doubts. This message is for you because Archangel Michael's presence continues to reinforce discernment, helping you recognize alignment without second-guessing, and don't scroll because discernment prevents repetition of old patterns. Listen to this, because the universe has been gently closing doors that once tempted you to settle for less clarity than you deserve, and your heart needs this right now because clarity preserves dignity. This message is for you because dignity has become non-negotiable in your emotional world, and don't scroll because non-negotiables define destiny. Listen to this, because the feelings revealed last night did not arrive to disrupt your progress, they arrived to meet it, and your heart needs this right now because progress deserves honesty. This message is for you because honesty, once awakened, doesn't fade back into silence easily, it seeks expression when the timing is right, and don't scroll because timing matters. Listen to this, because divine timing doesn't operate on urgency, it operates on readiness, and your heart needs this right now because readiness feels calm. This message is for you because calm has become your signal, guiding you toward what aligns and away from what doesn't, and don't scroll because signals shape direction. Listen to this, because the connection unfolding now is not being rebuilt from longing, it's being reshaped from awareness, and your heart needs this right now because awareness changes everything. This message is for you because you are no longer waiting for proof to trust your intuition, you trust it because it's been consistent, and don't scroll because consistency builds confidence. Listen to this, because the universe is responding to that confidence by aligning experiences that feel reciprocal rather than one-sided, and your heart needs this right now because reciprocity restores balance. This message is for you because the emotional revelation you sensed was not an ending or a beginning, it was a turning point, and don't scroll because turning points redefine paths. Listen to this, because what comes next will unfold naturally, without force, without chasing, and without confusion, and your heart needs this right now because ease is the language of alignment. This message is for you because the peace you're feeling is not temporary, it's foundational, and don't scroll because foundations support what lasts. Listen to this, because as this chapter continues to unfold, you will recognize the difference between connections that drain and those that nourish, and your heart needs this right now because nourishment sustains growth. This message is for you because you've stepped into a phase where emotional truth no longer threatens your stability, it enhances it, and don't scroll because stability attracts aligned outcomes. Listen to this, because the story is still moving, but it's moving with intention now, and your heart needs this right now because intention guides destiny. Don't scroll, listen to this, because this is the moment where understanding deepens into knowing, and your heart needs this right now as the energy between you and what's unfolding becomes unmistakable. This message is for you because after truth is revealed, the universe doesn't rush you into action, it invites you into awareness, and awareness is where power lives. Don't scroll because power arrives quietly. Listen to this, because you may have noticed that your emotions are no longer pulling you in different directions, they're settling, organizing themselves around a center that feels steady, and your heart needs this right now because steadiness is not indifference, it's integration. This message is for you because the feelings that surfaced didn't come to disrupt your peace, they came to clarify it. And don't scroll because clarity strengthens boundaries. Listen to this, because since that emotional unveiling, you've been seeing the world through a slightly different lens, noticing patterns, recognizing what feels aligned and what feels forced, and your heart needs this right now because discernment protects growth. This message is for you because the universe has been encouraging you to trust the quiet signals instead of waiting for dramatic signs, and don't scroll because quiet signals last. Listen to this, because angel numbers continue to show up not as alerts, but as confirmations. 111 when your intentions feel clean and hopeful, 222 when emotional balance returns faster than before, 333 when guidance feels internal and steady, 444 when you feel supported even without reassurance, and 555 when change unfolds smoothly instead of chaotically, and your heart needs this right now because confirmation builds confidence. This message is for you because confidence doesn't shout, it anchors, and don't scroll because anchored energy attracts aligned outcomes. Listen to this, because the connection you've been sensing is now operating on a deeper frequency, responding to who you are now, not who you were when confusion dominated, and your heart needs this right now because growth changes dynamics. This message is for you because the other person is integrating what they realized, measuring their feelings against truth rather than fear, and don't scroll because truth outlasts fear. Listen to this, because integration can look like silence, like patience, like careful reflection, and your heart needs this right now because not every pause is distance. This message is for you because the universe often creates space after revelation so emotions can settle without pressure, and don't scroll because pressure distorts clarity. Listen to this, because you're learning to trust that what's meant to align will do so without you forcing movement, and your heart needs this right now because force once exhausted you. This message is for you because exhaustion is not required for destiny. And don't scroll because destiny flows through alignment. Listen to this, because you've been practicing a new way of relating to uncertainty, not filling it with assumptions, but allowing it to remain open until truth naturally arrives, and your heart needs this right now because openness invites honesty. This message is for you because Archangel Michael's presence continues as a stabilizing force, helping you stay grounded while emotions recalibrate. And don't scroll because grounding sustains momentum. Listen to this, because you're beginning to recognize how far you've come, how your reactions have softened, how your expectations have clarified, and your heart needs this right now because self-recognition restores confidence. This message is for you because the universe mirrors the way you treat yourself. And now that you meet yourself with patience instead of criticism, experiences are responding differently. And don't scroll because mirroring reveals alignment. Listen to this, because the soulmate energy connected to your path is shifting in response to your growth, becoming more balanced, more mutual, more present, and your heart needs this right now because reciprocity heals old fatigue. This message is for you because you're no longer willing to carry emotional weight alone, and don't scroll because shared responsibility strengthens connection. Listen to this, because divine timing is gently orchestrating conversations, realizations, and moments of courage behind the scenes, and your heart needs this right now because timing protects outcomes. This message is for you because you've learned that rushing clarity often creates confusion, and don't scroll because patience preserves peace. Listen to this, because peace has become your compass, guiding you away from chaos and toward what feels honest, grounded, and supportive, and your heart needs this right now because peace is alignment. This message is for you because alignment doesn't require constant validation. It feels self-evident, and don't scroll because self-evidence builds trust. Listen to this, because you're noticing that your intuition feels sharper, less reactive, more certain, and your heart needs this right now because intuition matures with trust. This message is for you because trust in yourself has been rebuilt slowly, decision by decision, boundary by boundary. And don't scroll because rebuilt trust is resilient. Listen to this, because the universe responds to resilience by offering experiences that meet you at your level of awareness, and your heart needs this right now because awareness invites depth. This message is for you because depth no longer intimidates you, it attracts you, and don't scroll because depth sustains connection. Listen to this, because the emotional revelation you sensed was not meant to reopen wounds, It was meant to close loops that kept energy tied to uncertainty, and your heart needs this right now because closure restores vitality. This message is for you because vitality doesn't come from excitement alone, it comes from alignment between what you feel and what you choose, and don't scroll because choice shapes destiny. Listen to this, because you're choosing differently now, prioritizing clarity over curiosity, peace over intensity, and honesty over fantasy, and your heart needs this right now because those choices protect your future. This message is for you because the universe has been honoring these choices by simplifying your path, reducing noise, and amplifying what matters, and don't scroll because simplicity accelerates progress. Listen to this, because you're entering a phase where emotional communication, when it comes, will feel grounded and sincere rather than rushed or confusing, and your heart needs this right now because sincerity builds trust. This message is for you because Archangel Michael's guidance continues to reinforce discernment, helping you recognize alignment without over-analysis. And don't scroll because discernment prevents repetition of old patterns. Listen to this, because you're learning that growth doesn't always feel like movement, sometimes it feels like stability, and your heart needs this right now because stability supports expansion. This message is for you because expansion is happening internally before it shows externally, and don't scroll because internal shifts determine external results. Listen to this, because the story unfolding between you and this connection is not being driven by longing anymore, it's being shaped by awareness, readiness, and mutual respect, and your heart needs this right now because respect sustains love. This message is for you because what comes next will not require you to abandon your peace, your values, or your boundaries, and don't scroll because those are now essential. Listen to this, because the universe is aligning experiences that feel natural rather than forced, supportive rather than draining, and your heart needs this right now because natural alignment lasts. This message is for you because the emotional clarity you're gaining now will guide you through what unfolds next with confidence and calm, and don't scroll because calm is your signal. Listen to this, because the journey continues, but it continues with intention, integrity, and alignment, and your heart needs this right now because alignment is the foundation of everything that's about to take shape. Don't scroll, listen to this, because this is where the meaning of everything you felt begins to settle into your bones. And your heart needs this right now as the universe slows the pace just enough for you to recognize what's real. This message is for you because after revelation comes embodiment, and embodiment is when truth stops being an idea and becomes a way of moving, choosing, and trusting. Don't scroll because embodiment changes outcomes. Listen to this, because you may notice that you're no longer replaying old conversations the same way, no longer searching for hidden meanings or second-guessing your intuition. And your heart needs this right now because peace is taking root. This message is for you because when peace arrives after uncertainty, it's a sign that alignment is forming, and don't scroll because alignment isn't loud, it's steady. Listen to this, because the energy between you and what's unfolding has shifted from tension into clarity, and your heart needs this right now because clarity feels grounding, not overwhelming. This message is for you because the universe doesn't rush clarity, it reveals it in layers so your nervous system can receive it without fear, and don't scroll because gentleness is protection. Listen to this, because Archangel Michael's guidance at this stage is felt as calm confidence, the kind that allows you to sit in the unknown without losing trust, and your heart needs this right now because trust anchors destiny. This message is for you because the signs you've been seeing have become more consistent, not more dramatic. 111 When your thoughts naturally align with hope. 222 When emotional balance returns quickly after waves pass. 333 when guidance feels internal rather than external, 444 when you feel supported even without reassurance, and 555 when change feels organic instead of disruptive. And don't scroll because consistency confirms alignment. Listen to this, because you're learning to recognize when something is meant for you not by intensity, but by how safe it feels in your body, and your heart needs this right now because safety is not boredom, it's belonging. This message is for you because the connection you've been sensing is now interacting with your growth, responding to your boundaries, your self-respect, and your clarity. And don't scroll because growth reshapes connection. Listen to this, because the other person is integrating their feelings without the distractions that once muted them, and your heart needs this right now because integration leads to accountability. This message is for you because accountability doesn't announce itself immediately, it forms quietly as priorities rearrange. And don't scroll because rearrangement precedes action. Listen to this, because you may feel a subtle readiness within yourself, not urgency, but openness, and your heart needs this right now because openness invites truth. This message is for you because you've stopped trying to predict outcomes and started trusting process. And don't scroll because trust stabilizes momentum. Listen to this, because the universe often creates a pause after emotional revelation to allow both sides to recalibrate without pressure, and your heart needs this right now because pressure distorts alignment. This message is for you because recalibration can feel like stillness, like fewer thoughts, like less emotional noise, and don't scroll because stillness is productive. Listen to this, because you're beginning to notice how your energy is no longer pulled toward what's inconsistent, and your heart needs this right now because consistency nurtures peace. This message is for you because peace has become your filter, guiding you toward what aligns and away from what drains. And don't scroll because filters protect your future. Listen to this, because the soulmate energy tied to your path is now responding to this steadiness, aligning with who you are now rather than who you were when uncertainty ruled, and your heart needs this right now because alignment requires mutual readiness. This message is for you because you're no longer willing to sacrifice clarity for connection, and don't scroll because clarity sustains connection. Listen to this, because the universe has been quietly closing doors that once tempted you to settle for half-truths, and your heart needs this right now because wholeness is non-negotiable. This message is for you because wholeness feels like calm confidence, not defensiveness, and don't scroll because confidence attracts honesty. Listen to this, because you're learning to let silence be informative rather than threatening. And your heart needs this right now because silence reveals intention. This message is for you because intention becomes clearer when distractions fall away, and don't scroll because clarity thrives in simplicity. Listen to this, because divine numbers like 666 may appear to gently guide you back into balance when overthinking creeps in, and 777 to affirm that alignment is present even when results are still forming. And your heart needs this right now because reassurance stabilizes trust. This message is for you because trust in yourself has grown quietly through lived experience, not affirmations alone, and don't scroll because experience builds wisdom. Listen to this, because wisdom allows you to hold space for possibility without clinging to outcome, and your heart needs this right now because detachment preserves peace. This message is for you because you've stopped confusing emotional intensity with emotional depth. And don't scroll because depth sustains connection. Listen to this, because depth feels like mutual respect, honest pacing, and shared accountability, and your heart needs this right now because those qualities last. This message is for you because Archangel Michael's protection continues to reinforce your discernment, helping you recognize what aligns without second-guessing, and don't scroll because discernment prevents repetition of old patterns. Listen to this, because the universe is now responding to your grounded presence by aligning experiences that feel reciprocal rather than one-sided, and your heart needs this right now because reciprocity restores energy. This message is for you because you're entering a phase where communication, when it comes, will feel sincere and measured rather than impulsive or confusing, and don't scroll because sincerity heals doubt. Listen to this, because you're learning that growth doesn't always feel like forward motion, sometimes it feels like stability settling in, and your heart needs this right now because stability supports expansion. This message is for you because expansion is happening internally before it manifests externally, and don't scroll because internal shifts determine external results. Listen to this, because you're no longer chasing signs, you're recognizing them naturally, and your heart needs this right now because recognition replaces anxiety. This message is for you because the emotional truth that surfaced has already done its work, bringing awareness, grounding, and readiness, and don't scroll because readiness invites alignment. Listen to this, because what unfolds next will not require you to abandon your peace or your values, and your heart needs this right now because peace is the foundation. This message is for you because the journey continues not with uncertainty, but with quiet confidence, and don't scroll because confidence guides destiny. Listen to this, because everything you've been sensing is aligning, not rushing, not forcing, but settling into place, and your heart needs this right now because alignment is not dramatic, it's enduring. Don't scroll, listen to this, because this is the stretch of the journey where truth stops circling and finally begins to land, and your heart needs this right now as the universe tightens the threads that have been quietly weaving around you. This message is for you because what's happening now isn't about proving anything to anyone else, it's about anchoring what you already know into your daily breath, your choices, your calm. And don't scroll because anchoring creates permanence. Listen to this, because you may notice that your emotional reactions are softer but stronger at the same time, less dramatic yet more decisive, and your heart needs this right now because strength doesn't always shout, it steadies. This message is for you because the clarity you're carrying is no longer borrowed from signs alone, it's grown from lived alignment. And don't scroll because lived alignment lasts. Listen to this, because the universe has been inviting you to trust what feels simple, what feels honest, what doesn't require convincing, and your heart needs this right now because simplicity is sacred. This message is for you because after revelation and integration comes embodiment in motion, the kind where your life begins to reflect your inner order without effort. And don't scroll because order attracts peace. Listen to this, because Archangel Michael's protection now feels like boundaries holding firm without guilt, like courage rising without aggression, and your heart needs this right now because courage guided by peace is unshakable. This message is for you because the signs have continued but shifted in tone, 111 appearing when your intentions feel clean and hopeful, 222 when emotional balance returns faster than ever, 333 when guidance feels internal and trustworthy, 444 when you sense protection even in silence, 555 when change unfolds with ease instead of chaos, and 888 when abundance feels closer not as a promise but as a posture. And don't scroll because posture determines what you can receive. Listen to this, because you're beginning to recognize that abundance isn't only material, it's emotional availability, mutual effort, and time that feels respectful, and your heart needs this right now because respect nourishes connection. This message is for you because the soulmate energy linked to your path is responding to who you are becoming, not who you used to be when confusion ruled. And don't scroll because becoming reshapes destiny. Listen to this, because the other person is moving through their own reckoning, not driven by fear anymore but by the quiet weight of honesty, and your heart needs this right now because honesty matures love. This message is for you because maturity doesn't rush declarations, it aligns actions, and don't scroll because alignment speaks louder than words. Listen to this, because you're no longer tempted to interpret every silence as loss. You understand now that silence can be a crucible where truth forms, and your heart needs this right now because understanding dissolves anxiety. This message is for you because anxiety once drained you, pulled you into overthinking loops, and now you've stepped into trust that feels embodied, not theoretical. And don't scroll because embodied trust stabilizes outcomes. Listen to this, because you're noticing how your energy feels less scattered, more intentional, more protected, and your heart needs this right now because intention focuses manifestation. This message is for you because manifestation isn't about forcing timelines, it's about matching frequency, and don't scroll because frequency shapes experience. Listen to this, because your frequency has shifted into steadiness, into self-respect, into discernment that doesn't need justification, and your heart needs this right now because discernment preserves dignity. This message is for you because dignity has become your compass, guiding you away from what once felt exciting but unstable, and toward what feels grounded and reciprocal. And don't scroll because reciprocity restores energy. Listen to this, because the universe is responding by simplifying your path, removing distractions, reducing emotional noise, and amplifying what matters, and your heart needs this right now because focus accelerates alignment. This message is for you because you're learning that not every sign needs interpretation, some are simply acknowledgments that you're on track, and don't scroll because acknowledgement builds confidence. Listen to this, because confidence now shows up as patience, not passivity, as readiness, not waiting, and your heart needs this right now because readiness attracts timing. This message is for you because divine timing is not withholding from you, it's protecting what's forming, and don't scroll because protection preserves value. Listen to this, because the connection unfolding now is not being built on longing or fantasy, it's being built on awareness, boundaries, and mutual respect, and your heart needs this right now because foundations determine longevity. This message is for you because you've learned to sit with anticipation without losing yourself to it, and don't scroll because self-possession is power. Listen to this, because power in this season looks like calm decisions, clear standards, and a refusal to abandon peace for temporary reassurance, and your heart needs this right now because peace is your baseline. This message is for you because the universe has been testing not your patience, but your alignment, and don't scroll because alignment passes tests naturally. Listen to this, because you're recognizing that the emotional truth revealed earlier didn't reopen wounds, it closed loops that kept you tethered to uncertainty, and your heart needs this right now because closure restores momentum. This message is for you because momentum now feels gentle but unstoppable, like a current carrying you without resistance, and don't scroll because resistance once exhausted you. Listen to this, because you're no longer negotiating your worth in silence, you're honoring it through consistency, and your heart needs this right now because consistency builds trust. This message is for you because trust in yourself has become the anchor that keeps you steady regardless of external movement, and don't scroll because anchors stabilize ships. Listen to this, because the universe is aligning circumstances that meet you at this level of awareness, offering experiences that feel mutual rather than draining, and your heart needs this right now because mutuality heals fatigue. This message is for you because you've stopped mistaking emotional highs for alignment, choosing instead what feels sustainable, and don't scroll because sustainability supports growth. Listen to this, because growth now feels integrated, not rushed, not chaotic, and your heart needs this right now because integration lasts. This message is for you because the path ahead doesn't require you to abandon your boundaries, your clarity, or your calm, and don't scroll because those are now essential. Listen to this, because as this chapter continues to unfold, you will recognize alignment by how little you have to fight for it, and your heart needs this right now because ease is confirmation. This message is for you because ease doesn't mean lack of effort, it means harmony between intention and action, and don't scroll because harmony sustains destiny. Listen to this, because everything you've been sensing is not leading you into uncertainty, it's guiding you into stability, reciprocity, and truth, and your heart needs this right now because truth settles the soul. This message is for you because the universe is not rushing what's coming, it's refining it, and don't scroll because refinement protects what's valuable. Listen to this, because you're standing in a phase where your inner alignment is shaping your outer world quietly but decisively, and your heart needs this right now because quiet power lasts. This message is for you because what unfolds next will feel natural, grounded, and honest, and don't scroll because honesty is the doorway. Listen to this, because the journey continues not in confusion, but in calm confidence, and your heart needs this right now because confidence is the language of alignment. Don't scroll, listen to this, because this is the chapter where the universe stops whispering and starts arranging, and your heart needs this right now as everything you've been integrating quietly begins to synchronize in ways you can feel even if you can't yet see. This message is for you because the calm you've been carrying isn't accidental, it's earned, it's the result of choosing truth over noise again and again, and don't scroll because earned calm has momentum. Listen to this, because you may sense that time feels different lately, slower in the best way, more intentional, less rushed, and your heart needs this right now because intention steadies the nervous system. This message is for you because when the nervous system settles, clarity rises, and clarity is what the universe responds to most faithfully. Don't scroll because faithfulness compounds. Listen to this, because you're no longer bracing for disappointment the way you once did, you're standing open without being exposed, grounded without being guarded, and your heart needs this right now because openness with boundaries is alignment. This message is for you because the alignment you're in now is not flashy, it's reliable, it's the kind that shows up day after day as consistency, and don't scroll because consistency changes outcomes. Listen to this, because Archangel Michael's presence feels less like dramatic intervention and more like steady reinforcement, helping you hold your line with grace, and your heart needs this right now because grace under pressure is strength. This message is for you because the signs around you continue to appear in supportive patterns, not to convince you, but to affirm you. 111 when your intentions feel clean and focused, 222 when emotional balance returns almost automatically, 333 when guidance feels internal and trustworthy, 444 when protection feels constant even without reassurance. 555 when shifts occur without disruption, 777 when alignment feels undeniable, and 888 when abundance begins to feel like a natural extension of who you are becoming. And don't scroll because patterns confirm purpose. Listen to this, because you're beginning to recognize how your inner posture has changed, how you approach situations with less urgency and more discernment, and your heart needs this right now because discernment conserves energy. This message is for you because conserving energy allows you to invest it where it actually matters. And don't scroll because investment shapes returns. Listen to this, because the connection unfolding in your life is now responding to your steadiness, meeting you where you are instead of pulling you out of yourself, and your heart needs this right now because reciprocity feels nourishing. This message is for you because nourishment is the new metric for alignment, not intensity, not mystery, but how supported you feel in your body and spirit, and don't scroll because support sustains growth. Listen to this, because the other person connected to this path is navigating their own internal realignment, learning to meet truth without defensiveness, and your heart needs this right now because accountability matures connection. This message is for you because accountability doesn't rush expression, it prepares it, and don't scroll because preparation protects outcomes. Listen to this, because you've learned that waiting doesn't mean pausing your life, it means living fully without attachment to timing, and your heart needs this right now because detachment preserves peace. This message is for you because peace has become your baseline, not something you negotiate for, and don't scroll because baselines define standards. Listen to this, because your standards have clarified without becoming rigid, they're flexible where love is real and firm where respect is required, and your heart needs this right now because balanced standards attract balanced relationships. This message is for you because the universe mirrors your standards back to you through experiences that feel mutual rather than draining, and don't scroll because mirroring reveals alignment. Listen to this, because you're noticing that your intuition speaks calmly now, without panic, without urgency, and your heart needs this right now because calm intuition is reliable. This message is for you because reliability is the foundation of trust, and don't scroll because trust stabilizes manifestation. Listen to this, because manifestation in this season is not about visualizing outcomes, it's about embodying readiness, and your heart needs this right now because embodiment creates congruence. This message is for you because congruence between who you are and what you desire is what allows things to arrive without friction, and don't scroll because friction delays flow. Listen to this, because you've been releasing old narratives about struggle being necessary for growth, and your heart needs this right now because ease can also teach. This message is for you because ease doesn't mean lack of effort, it means alignment between effort and outcome, and don't scroll because alignment amplifies results. Listen to this, because you're beginning to experience moments of quiet joy, not tied to events, but to presence, and your heart needs this right now because presence anchors happiness. This message is for you because presence allows you to receive what's forming without fear, and don't scroll because fear once distorted your vision. Listen to this, because the universe has been gently removing distractions that once pulled you off course, simplifying your environment, your thoughts, and your emotional landscape, and your heart needs this right now because simplicity accelerates clarity. This message is for you because clarity has become your guide, helping you recognize what belongs in your life and what doesn't. And don't scroll because recognition prevents repetition. Listen to this, because the soulmate energy intertwined with your destiny is aligning with this clarity, moving toward you through shared readiness rather than longing, and your heart needs this right now because readiness creates stability. This message is for you because stability is no longer boring to you. It feels safe, it feels real, and don't scroll because safety fosters intimacy. Listen to this, because intimacy in this phase is built through consistency, honesty, and respect, not through emotional highs and lows, and your heart needs this right now because sustainable intimacy lasts. This message is for you because you've stopped equating emotional turbulence with depth, choosing instead what feels grounded and mutual. And don't scroll because mutuality restores balance. Listen to this, because balance allows you to show up fully without losing yourself, and your heart needs this right now because self-preservation is wisdom. This message is for you because wisdom now guides your decisions quietly, without drama, and don't scroll because quiet wisdom is powerful. Listen to this, because the universe responds to wisdom by offering opportunities that align with your values, not test them. And your heart needs this right now because values define destiny. This message is for you because destiny isn't something you chase, it's something you align with, and don't scroll because alignment invites arrival. Listen to this, because you're beginning to feel that arrival isn't a single moment, it's a state of being that unfolds naturally, and your heart needs this right now because unfolding allows integration. This message is for you because integration is what allows joy to last beyond the moment. And don't scroll because lasting joy is rare. Listen to this, because Archangel Michael's guidance continues to fortify your discernment, helping you recognize when to move and when to remain still, and your heart needs this right now because timing matters. This message is for you because divine timing is not withholding, it's coordinating, and don't scroll because coordination creates harmony. Listen to this, because harmony between your inner world and outer experiences is becoming more frequent, and your heart needs this right now because harmony heals fatigue. This message is for you because fatigue once clouded your perception, and now clarity has taken its place, and don't scroll because clarity reveals opportunity. Listen to this, because opportunity in this season feels like alignment rather than effort. And your heart needs this right now because alignment conserves energy. This message is for you because energy you conserve can be invested in what nourishes you, and don't scroll because nourishment sustains growth. Listen to this, because the journey you're on is no longer about proving your worth, it's about honoring it, and your heart needs this right now because worthiness doesn't require validation. This message is for you because validation now comes from within, steady and consistent. And don't scroll because internal validation is unshakable. Listen to this, because the universe is aligning experiences that reflect this self-trust, offering situations that feel supportive rather than draining, and your heart needs this right now because support multiplies capacity. This message is for you because capacity is expanding quietly, allowing you to hold more joy, more peace, and more possibility without overwhelm. And don't scroll because expansion is happening now. Listen to this, because what's unfolding next will meet you at this level of awareness, bringing experiences that feel natural, reciprocal, and grounded. And your heart needs this right now because grounding allows reception. This message is for you because you're ready to receive without fear, without hesitation, without self-doubt, and don't scroll because readiness opens doors. Listen to this, because the universe is not rushing what's coming, it's aligning it with who you've become, and your heart needs this right now because becoming shapes destiny. This message is for you because the calm confidence you're carrying is not temporary, it's foundational, and don't scroll because foundations support what lasts. Listen to this, because the path ahead is unfolding with intention, integrity, and mutual respect, and your heart needs this right now because respect is love's language. This message is for you because everything you've been sensing is guiding you toward stability, clarity, and truth, and don't scroll because truth settles the soul. Listen to this, because the journey continues not with uncertainty, but with quiet assurance, and your heart needs this right now because assurance sustains alignment.